Congress MP Manish Tiwari has spoken on the electoral bond issue and said that the revelations by the ECI with regard to the list of donors of electoral bonds and the donees who received the bonds will provide an interesting exercise on correlations between the donor and the donee. He stated that over the coming days, some interesting facts will come to light, and the most important are those unknown and mysterious donors who are hiding behind electoral trust and shell companies. Let's in fact listen to what he had to say.
The revelations by the Election Commission with regard to the list of donors of electoral bonds and the donees who received the bonds will provide for an interesting exercise of correlation between the donor and the donee, and whether any alleged quid pro quo in terms of favors or largesse has taken place. So therefore, over the coming days, when this exercise is done diligently and rigorously, you will find some very interesting facts coming to light. However, most important is that those unknown donors or mysterious donors who are hiding behind electoral trusts or shell companies, the Supreme Court must direct that the corporate veil of these shell companies or electoral trusts must be lifted.
Of course, there you heard its statements by Manish Tiwari there, in fact, to give us her perspectives on this. Still with us on the broadcast is Ms. Raj Lakshmi Joshi, political analyst. Ma'am, again, what you were saying earlier, there are going to be interesting revelations that are going to come out with this expanded information that's going to now be put out there for the public to in fact also consume. So it really boils down to what you were in fact talking about right now. And what Manish Tiwari has also said is that the unknown and mysterious donors, their information is also going to be put out there. So what do you think? Then how is this going to all pan out?
Yes, it definitely is a very interesting thing to look out for. But I would still say that this at least brings in a whole lot of transparency into the whole system, because at least that information about who has donated, and it is all white money, if you would call it that, because this has been legally, the bonds have been bought by these companies, and they have been donated to the political parties, whereas earlier there was absolutely a lack of transparency, and there was you had absolutely no idea about who is donating to whom, and there was a whole transaction of cash, and which can even now go on, but then a whole lot of it can be monitored, and the Election Commission can quite easily track all of this. So this, I think that the system of electoral bonds was a good idea, considering that there would be a lot of transparency. And even now, the SBI, in due course of time, they have said that they will definitely need some time to collate all the information and put it across. But then we will definitely be able to see that. The only concern is that the people have donated, keeping in view that there will be some confidentiality. Now there were some allegations that the ED has been used, and it is because of the ED raids, etc., that a lot of companies have donated to the BJP. Now I think that argument actually doesn't hold ground, because you see that there is this huge amount, like I think more than 5,000 crores which has been donated to the other political parties, which apparently have no hold on the ED. So you cannot really say that, because then why would they be donating in such huge numbers to any other political party also? So, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of these parties, some of these corporates have been donating to multiple political parties also.
Right.
So, so this is going to be a very interesting thing to look into, but at the same time it takes away the confidentiality, the anonymity that apparently should have been there, because that was the understanding behind which they had donated it. Because otherwise they can definitely fall prey to the vengeance factor that I was talking about.
Right.
And at the same time, we need to look into what was the reason why these corporates have donated to these political parties, and if there was any foul play involved, like especially I was talking about the Pakistan factor. So you'll have to look into all these kind of factors, also aspects also about national security, no, a lot of issues. So that definitely will have to be looked into.
Right, ma'am. Absolutely, absolutely.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.